South Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Seth Bohnhoff.
Well, really, these last couple of days, even though, as I said, those temperatures are still in the 80s, it doesn't really feel like summer. You're starting to get that refreshing kind of average summertime, average late summertime air to move on in. And there's nothing wrong with that because summer is still summer. You got to be able to enjoy it while it's here. But this air, definitely better than the 90 plus that we had, along with the heat index over 100. Cannot get too much better than what we're seeing right now, but we will here over the next couple of days. But like I said, nothing wrong with 80 degrees in Champaign, 82 in Decatur, and 81 over there in Springfield. The dew points are also starting to reach a level that I think everybody is happy with. Those low 60s can make an 80-degree day kind of feel like a mid-70s day. That really does kind of make the difference here for us oftentimes. Into the night tonight, we'll see a 62-degree low under a partly cloudy sky, so pretty quiet, pretty mild night here. Let's take a look at some of those low temperatures across the board. 62 again in Champaign, 62 up in Watseka, 62 in Mattoon and Effingham. So starting to get some of those refreshingly kind of cooler overnight lows. Take a look at what happens this weekend, though. We're going to have a cold front march into the area and cross over into the area tomorrow. And then after that, mid-80s turn into mid to upper 70s. We are going to get some big-time kind of first taste of fall air here into the area. And look at that overnight low in between, 54 degrees. Let's take a look at that cold front here on our future track. Not going to feature a whole lot of rain with it. You can see maybe just a little bit of green up and down that line. But this one's mostly going to impact our temperatures and our humidity more so than it will our rain chances and all that cool air rushing behind it. Let's take a closer look here at some of those rain chances. You have to really squint to see anything pop up here with this one. Model's really not detecting a whole lot, but maybe a brief shower, maybe even a heavy shower could pop up. But with how fast this front's going to be moving through, it is not going to really deliver too much rainfall to any one location. Probably the most exciting part of this front, though, is what's going to happen to these dew points. Because like I said, those mid to low 60s, they don't feel too bad at all. But just imagine what 50s are going to feel like. That's what's going to happen as that front moves on through. You see these oranges and yellows give way to greens and blues on the color scale. By the time you wake up there on your Sunday morning, the dew point can be all the way down into the upper 40s in some places. That means there's almost very little moisture in the air, and it just feels very light, and it feels refreshingly cool to be outside in. Speaking of refreshingly cool, that's exactly what our temperature is going to be like here as we start the week. 75 Monday, 75 Tuesday. We do see them rise back up closer to 80 degrees by next weekend, but I don't think anybody's going to complain here with this kind of weather. Anytime you're in between that mid-70s to close to 80 range, that's kind of the sweet spot for a lot of people. Not too hot, not too cold. People who enjoy summer like it. People enjoy the cooler air like it. Everyone kind of gets a little piece of the pie here with a forecast like this. Not much rain in the forecast over the next 7 days, unfortunately. There's a lot of places that could really use that rain. Just going to have to wait for at least another week to pass by before we can get some more of those consistent chances to pop up on the board. Let's look at that 7-day forecast. We've got mid-70s there as we start off this upcoming week. And a very exciting feature on the 7-day. Notice the spiraling football there on Friday. Maybe a little confusing to some. Illinois' first game of the season already a week from today. I've been talking all about that with my forecast. I've been saying, since we were 2 weeks away, it looks like things might be cooler for the football game. Now I can finally talk about it in a normal, time frame here. I'm excited. It's going to be a good time.
So
and
excited.
81 for a high. It'll be like 75 by kickoff. That's going to be a great night. It's going to be a good way to start off the season and hopefully make a playoff push here for